Hello, it's Wednesday night. That means it's time for another Facebook Live. We are playing with some new products and some old products tonight. So if you didn't know, the January to June mini catalog, which is this one, is retiring at the end of this month. And I posted a list, I think last week, like last Tuesday, of what's retiring. But if you're not sure, just reach out to me and I can help you find that again. But you only have until the end of June to purchase from this catalog. So this butterfly stamp set that we're using, you know, I love butterflies. Floating and Fluttering, that's retiring, and it has some dies that go with it that are really neat. So you can cut out this stamp right here is all one stamp. You'll see me use that. You can cut those out. You can cut out individual butterflies. You can cut out a little I don't know, it's got some embossing on it, some leaves. So it's a really nice set, both the stamp set and the dies. Hi, Betty. All right, I forgot before I got started, I'm supposed to share this, so I'm going to give you a minute to get on while I go over to my laptop and get it shared, maybe. And I did remember to draw right before I got on. So I will tell you at the end who won the flamingo card from last week. All right. Always takes it a minute for it to find it. There we are. Let's share. Almost. Whoops. All right, there we go. Now we are shared with my Facebook group too. All right, so we are using this Floating and Fluttering, which is retiring. Hey, Susie, welcome. We're also using a couple of new because I had to use some new. So this is a Hostess set. It's called Natural Texture. So it's just a great way to add just some texture to the back of your stamp or your card, I mean. And like I said, this is a Hostess set, so you can purchase it for a reduced price if you have an order of $150 or more, or you have a party that's $150 or more. And then the sentiment, the happy birthday, is from this one happy family. And so it has a lot of stuff about babies too, but it has the happy birthday. Celebrating you could be for anything. Sure do love you. So there's some stuff that, you know, you can use for anything, not just for a baby. Now, I should have had this when my daughter-in-law was expecting because it says pregnancy, and then on the inside you could put the happiest reason for feeling rotten. So it's a fun one. So that's where I got the happy birthday. So that's what we're using tonight. As always, I will post the dimensions to this card on my blog after this video is done. So you can go find all the dimensions there, and I'll link it on the YouTube post. I'll also post it to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube later, there should be a link to the blog that will give you the dimensions for the card. And this one's pretty, there's not a lot to it, not a lot of pieces to it. So I'm using Smoky Slate. That's my card base. I always forget to have my bone folder over. So that's my card base. And then I've got a piece of basic white and a piece of Pacific Point. So we're going to do our stamping. And let me grab my, because these butterflies are photopolymer. Make sure I'm still in the frame. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I've got basic gray. So let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Just so you know, things don't always turn out right for me the first time. That's kind of glary. So I started stamping this, and I thought, well, I want to do just like some different blues. And so I'm pleased with the way it turned out. But the first time I did it, I did not stamp off my blues. So first I did it in Smoky Slate, and I didn't stamp off that Misty Moonlight. Well, you can't even see the butterfly detail. Then I did it in Basic Gray. You still can't see the butterfly detail. So sometimes you just have to experiment until you find the right combination. So I'm using Basic Gray. And I'm just going to stamp this kind of in the lower left corner so I have room for my sentiment. So that's with Basic Gray. Isn't that nice? And then I'm going to stamp again, and this time all I really care about is the big butterfly. So as long as I get him, and you don't have to worry about like this got really close. This is actually going to be my mat for the blue. But if you get close like that, you can just turn it over and use the back side, because we're going to die cut that butterfly out of the middle. It's just a way to save your cardstock a little bit. All right, so that's our butterfly in Basic Gray. Let's go ahead and do our, I don't need the foam mat for this now. I'm going to put a little scratch paper here. So now I'm using this textured background. I used the kind of brick looking one, and I'm using Smoky Slate. So I'm doing Smoky Slate on Smoky Slate. And I just did kind of up in this corner and then over. And that one you probably don't even see, but that's okay. We'll still stamp it because my butterflies are probably going to be all over that one. There, and then we'll do one more here. And so it's just a little texture. I just like the way it kind of added a little bit of interest behind my butterflies. All right, that is our card base. So now let's go back to our butterflies. So let me get, whoops, my foam piece back out. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Oh, I do need this still, because we're going to stamp off. So I'm going to start, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to start with Misty Moonlight. And so I just picked out 3 blues that I liked together. So this is Misty Moonlight. And he's this little guy down here. And I'm going to stamp him off. And then stamp him. And so then you can see the detail of the butterfly. It looks much prettier like that than the other way. All right, let's do our Balmy Blue. So that's this big guy I did in Balmy Blue. And because they're photopolymer, you can see right where to stamp. There we go. Isn't he pretty? That's really a pretty blue. And then Pacific Point for the other little guy. And I don't use Pacific Point a lot, but it really is a pretty color, and especially with this butterfly stamped off, it looks really pretty. So again, stamp off. You can see how dark it is. And then stamp him right over. Pretty. And then I did do the sentiment. I might have done it in Misty Moonlight. We're going to do this one in Pacific Point just because I feel like it. And I didn't get my sticker put on this, so I'm going to just make sure I've got it, yep, going the right way before I stamp it on my card. So we'll just put this up here. There we go. Oh, I like it in the Pacific Point. It's a little more contrast. All right, now we're ready for our leaves. So all of the leaves I did in Pear Pizzazz, and I didn't stamp any of them off. So you have one stamp that is a trio of leaves that you use for that and for that. And then there's another stamp that's just this long. No, that's not the one I want. That's the wrong one. There's another one that's little leaves. Here it is. Wrong stamp. We will try again. This is better. This is little leaves. And so then it'll just stamp if I can see. It's always hard when I'm not right over the, there we go. All right, that is all of our stamping. So now we're ready to get this out of the way, We're ready to die cut our big butterfly there. So I'm just going to bring, let me grab the dies. So I'm going to use this one that embosses him also because it's pretty. And I will get my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I don't think I need him, do I? Nope, that's embossing. I don't use my mini one as much as I use my big one just because my big one sits right next to me all the time. But for a video, it's perfect. All right, so we're just going to lay this down like that. And he's not going to have any antenna, but that's okay. He's still pretty. Lay that on top carefully and hold it while you run it through so it doesn't slip on you. There we go. And now we have this pretty, hopefully you can see it. Oh, you know what? We're going to put Wink Estella on him tonight. I didn't do that before, but we're going to do that tonight. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. And we still need our Pacific Point. I'm going to put my die away so I don't lose it. I usually keep all my butterfly sets just because I can't stand to give them away. All right, let's get our keeper back out. All right, let's put some Wink of Stella on him. I think that will be really pretty. Because, you know, you can always use Wink of Stella. My friend Kay calls Wink of Stella the ranch dressing of crafting because it goes with everything. Okay. Ooh, pretty. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that sparkle on him. And as always, somebody will win this card. I will draw next week before the next Facebook Live, and somebody will get to win this card. So I did all of these layers flat, and I'm staying away from the middle since I die cut that out. So in the corners I put, and that goes like that. And then I just put this flat on my card base. Whoops, come back here. And I put it towards the top. Like that. And then before we put him on, we're still going to add some more bling to him. So I have the little rhinestones. And so I'm just going to put 3 of those. And if you wanted, you could color them like a light blue. On this I didn't. I just, whoops, didn't stick. All right, that one doesn't want to stick. We'll try another one. There we go. Get him a little bit straighter. There we go. So now he has a pretty blingy body too. And then I just took, I kind of folded his wings just a little bit. And then I just took a couple of mini dimensionals. Might just need one, actually. I think we just need one. Put it right in the middle of his body so his wings can still stay. And then I just put him, I put him like that. Down here in the bottom, just his wing going over the edge of it a little bit just so he feels kind of grounded. So there you go. There's our card for tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I will put the dimensions on my blog right after this. If you're not already a Paper Pumpkin customer, I want to be sure and let you know that tomorrow is the last day to get this kit. Thank you, Betty. This Expressions in Color is going to match, I'm grabbing my catalog, this, it's going to coordinate with this set that's in the annual catalog, which is absolutely gorgeous. This paper is not available right now because it's so gorgeous. Everybody bought it. So it will be coming back. But this Paper Pumpkin kit will coordinate with that. So I cannot wait to see what that looks like. So if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you want to be, this is a kit that comes once a month. And it comes in a box like this, and you have everything you need. This is an old one to make cards, or sometimes little gift packages. So it has a stamp set, it has ink, it has all of the paper products, all the adhesive. The only thing you might need is a pair of scissors. And when you're done, all you have left is a small stamp set and a little spot. And they do not duplicate those colors for a whole year. So if you get it for a year, you'll have 12 different colors of ink spots. So again, tomorrow's the last day to sign up for that if you're interested. If you want to get this Expressions in Ink, which I cannot wait to see. All right, I think that is it for tonight. Don't forget that this catalog is going away. These gorgeous butterflies are going away at the end of the month. So if there's anything that you want there, don't wait. Some of it could sell out. Some of it's on sale. That's in that link that I posted last week. I'll try and post it in the comments to this video just so you have it there too. You can find it easily. All right, that's it for this evening. Thank you, ladies, for joining me, and I will see you next Wednesday. Night.